my usual competitors. They're like half my age. But I got them to thank because they're so tough and they're so dedicated that it is really what pushes me. You know, I have to work extremely hard to survive. Every year I'm making changes, and part of that is in watching the younger generation. It seems like I've worked my whole life to be doing what I'm doing right now in rodeo.
Lynette Brodoway, she's going for the win today. She's our reigning Canadian champion.
And there is Lynette still atop the standings.
That was a really beautiful run by Lynette Brodoway. Lynette Brodoway, as she gets ready to go. She's a veteran here in Canada, 6 times in the CFR, our reigning Canadian champion.
You're never too old to live your dream.
Lynette Brodoway has been competing in rodeos since before some of her fellow competitors were born. The Albertan native was born into a family of team ropers, where most of her childhood was spent traveling to team ropings.
My parents both team roped, my brothers team roped, and so naturally I team roped. So I grew up in a team roping family, and I competed team roping, and because they were all competing at the team roping, I followed them around. I always enjoyed barrel racing. Even as a kid, I had 3 barrels set up in the arena, and all my team roping horses went around barrels. So I was married in 1983, and when I got on my own and we moved away from my family a few hours, I started getting more involved in the barrel racing aspect. The thrill of barrel racing is, I can't even explain it. You know, when you have a horse and you actually let go of a lot of control and trust that animal to compete at his very best level and then some for you, it's a thrill that really can't be explained.
Brodoway got serious about barrel racing in the 90s and continued to compete at an amateur level while raising her 2 sons, Wasey and Josie. But on October 11th, 2001, tragedy struck, causing her to step away from rodeo.
I had children. I had 2 boys. We lost one in 2001. He was 16 years old in a car accident. That changed my life. I just wanted to spend the time raising our other son and making sure that I had time at home to be with him, and so that's what I did. I didn't want any huge commitments until Josie was grown up and on his own. So that took a while. I'm, you know, a wife, a mom, I'm a grandmother, and those things come first. So that's the most important thing. Rodeo has to come after that, and keeping that balance is important to me. I know that the son that we lost wanted me to move on.
In 2016, after a 15-year break, Brodoway made the bold decision to return to rodeo, this time as a professional. It didn't take her long to find her stride, and in 2023, at age 62, she reached the top, winning the Ladies Barrel Racing Championship at the Canadian Finals Rodeo.
And here we go, it's Lynette Brodoway.
Yeah, safe, secure, and quick.
She's #1 in Canada, and she's been so good this year.
And it's official, Lynette Brodoway has held on to win her very first Canadian championship, and I couldn't be happier for a great cowgirl.
Still riding her longtime partner Cowboy, Brodoway is showing no signs of slowing down.
All my life, I've dreamed of this, and I sometimes have to remind myself that I'm living my dream and to live in the moment and enjoy it. That is one nice thing about my age, is that I'm at that place where I can look back some, you know, learn and grow from that. And I've worked my whole life for this. It's never too late, but yet be very prepared to work extremely hard to realize your dream.